Well, hang on then. If I can just do really quick videos, let's do really quick videos. Here we are. We're off on that run now. If you look on the yellow brick tracker, we're coming down now from Fastnet Rock, and we've got to clip that bottom corner of the UK. There's traffic separation schemes there, and we've got to go round those. So the direct route is 139. I don't want to put the Spinnaker up. It's like coming to evening. The crew are new to the boat. It's just asking for trouble. So what we're going to do is just take it a little bit easy tonight, and we've got a double headsail array here. So let's have a look at that. The staysail is the one we had out on deck when we were coming across the Atlantic, but this time instead of the J5 it's got the J3 on it, and that seems to be giving us, we've got about 10. One of the guys fixed the things at the mast so we can actually see the numbers. So these are what we're doing. Yeah, 11. So if we come up 10 degrees, we can get 11, 11 and a half easily. When we come down onto 139, then it's a little bit slower. But with this kind of boat, it's a case of manufacturing wind, right? If you just drive around with whatever wind's available, you're not going to get the most from the boat. So we come up a little bit, get a bit of breeze, and then take it down and head off onto course. And we don't really want to be doing loads of big jibes at the bottom. We're very aware of what we're doing. We're here learning, and everybody on board is at a skill set where this is a challenge for them. We've got Black Betty up there doing her work. We don't want to be stressing people out by having the kite up in the middle of the night and then have some catastrophic like crash jibe situation, right? So here we go. There's this staysail. Oh, we're going to do a little something there. The staysail, I think it's more like a fractional zero, this thing. As a staysail, it like is back on the shrouds almost instantly. It's terrible. Well, you can't go upwind with it. And then the J3, which has done all the work since we left the start line, is pulling hard. Now they're very close together, and really if we were 10 or 15 degrees up, this would be a very powerful combo, but as it is, we're pushing them outside their range really. We should have more sail area, but we don't need to have that freak out moment in the middle of the night with all the lights and people jumping up and down, so we're just taking it easy. So we've got Manny at the back there, and Patrick. I think some of you know Patrick's YouTube channel, and then John's driving right now, and we've got Van and Peter on deck. So with just 12 people coming to join me on these events, it means there's like 6-to-1 ratios. Peter's on the other watch, Peter Callum's on the other watch, so we can actually talk and we can have conversations and we can learn and share a laugh. We can laugh in now we've come off the beat, of course. So we've got our preventer rigged here. See the end of it here, then it goes to the bow, that big soft shackle red arrangement on the bow here. Yes, I am clipped on. Round through there, and then back down onto the deck, and then under the boom you see the black line that's hanging under the boom wrapped around the vang so it doesn't catch people in the cockpit. That's the other end of the preventer. We had that videos about preventers, didn't we? So if we needed to use it, we would then disconnect it from the gooseneck, get it off the vang obviously, put it outside the shrouds, and then have this line run up outside there and get it to the end of the boom. And realize we're not using that right now because with this sail combo the wind's pretty much on the beam, and I don't want to have some boom crashing overhead during the night. We've got the Traveller right down, quite a short main sheet, so the boom can only wiggle woggle at the end of the Traveller, which will keep it away from the backstays as well. So this is a nice conservative setup for the night. People are learning how to drive with all this sail area up, and if it all goes Pete Tong, I can jump in and we can roll this away quickly, we can put a reef in the main, and we can go much more conservative. But a little bit of fog, it's been a bit of a problem. I would like to be able to see more boats out here because there are a lot more boats out here, but if you look at the tracker, the yellow brick tracker, there's like a horde of boats coming up the course, so we're going to stay a little bit south of that, and then we have a nice easy flight path back down to the bottom of the course. And then when we get to the bottom of the course, we'll come down like this and then hook across and into Cherbourg, where we're going to be in the inside basin in Cherbourg, which I'm excited about. I've never been in there before. Really traditional, beautiful place to be parked rather than another marina. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit flatter inside the boat now. People are getting asleep, get a nice meal. You've got to look after the people. For folks coming on board a boat like this, although I'd rather be on a boat like this on a beat than any other size of boat, maybe a bigger boat would be better, but it's still quite a physical kind of menacing situation to be in if you're not used to it. So rest and relaxation, conservative night here, and then we'll see if we can't get a kite up at the end of all this and go. But right now with the full main up, we've got about 2,000 square foot. There's probably another 5 here, maybe another 6 there, so we're just looking about, what's that, 2,800, 2,900 square foot. So I think that's enough for the first night, right? But everyone's enjoying themselves. Yeah, if these short videos work for you, then they definitely work for me. I'll get the 360 out just because I like the 360 once in a while. Maybe I'm the one that watches them and I remember it. But thank you for all the messages of support. Everybody who's writing comments down below these videos, we're literally sharing them on deck right now. So thank you for everything you're doing there. And a couple of people went and bought bits of the mainsail, which helps as well. The thing we want to do next, we've got a roller furling staysail. We want to get a roller furling headsail because I can't operate that sail like that now. That's why I came across the Atlantic with a J5. Because at least with the J5, I can just blow the halyard and it can, you know, it'll be half in the drink, half out. I can deal with that problem. But we want to get roller furling on the front here, and then we can relax a little bit further. When we get to Cherbourg, we'll have some time. We've got the boom bag set up, the lazy jack set up, and that'll start to move this boat into the kind of arena where basically this boat, when you look at the forestay triangle and the main, when it's got that first reef in, which we designed in those 5 reefs, it's basically an open 60. So I'm just going to incorporate all the open 60 stuff I know to make the boat as simple to operate as possible. But yeah, we should do some long lingering kind of cinematic shots, and then I'll say goodbye to you. Alright gang, I think we'll be getting a bit too dark after this, but in the morning we'll do another series of these, and then you can sit on the toilet at work and see what's going on. Speak to you in the next one. Cheers.